Hi there! So today we're going to be talking about the drama Yunhi, and we're just going to figure out that did they actually think before making this drama, or did they literally make it Yunhi? So I think the first I heard of this drama was a rant on some social media page where people were just angry. They were so angry. They were like, why is this character Kim, who is this girl who returns from abroad, who has lived abroad her whole life, she was born there, and she comes back to Pakistan, and everybody was like, why is she so annoying? And I have to admit, she was annoying. Like, I've been watching this drama from the start. We have family over who watch on Sundays, who watch this drama, so somehow we ended up watching it. And oh my god, this drama. We started off with Kim being one of the most annoying characters I have ever seen, which is funny because I think I also said that about Yamna Zaidi in Tere Mein, but she was just a different kind of annoying. Like, you know, there is something known as a rebel without a cause. So she had no purpose, she had nothing, and she was just rebelling against everything. Alright, you have returned from abroad. You don't like Muslims or whatever. You have these preconceived notions about people and so Pakistanis and stuff, and then so you're just, but who in their right mind calls a man a terrorist on his face? Like, just because a man has a beard and is wearing shalwar kameez, she says to her dad, you know, Dad, I don't think this is the person who's supposed to pick us up. I think he's a terrorist. Like, what is wrong with you? It's not normal. And they've tried to make it like her personality. She's truthful. She's honest. But there's a line. Honesty without like tact is useless. You can be the most honest person in the world, but if you don't have the tact to know when to speak or who to speak to or how you have to speak to certain people, then you're a useless person, right? So Kim is this person who thinks she is amazing, and she thinks it is her God-given right to just constantly talk down people, and whatever comes to her mind, she's the first person. She has to spew it out. She cannot hold a thought. She cannot rethink a thought. Whatever she thinks, she says it out loud. So there's the connection right here. There's no filter in the middle. It doesn't even, the thought forms, but it doesn't even go through the logical thinking process. It just out of her mouth. Initially, she was like a very, very annoying character. Like, you had been like, a lot of the times you would just be speaking like, okay, fine, we get it that you have come back from abroad, right? But you're not how many people who come from US will you see on the street walking around in jeans and a t-shirt? Or how many girls of 21, 22 years old or even older would come back from abroad having never lived in Pakistan, and they would just be out on the streets and be like, I'm going to go out and explore on my own. Nobody does that. It's not safe. I mean, a girl from Pakistan would not do that. And I get that they're trying to contrast the personalities and the household situation, because the house she's in, that is like extremely backward. That's like this other extreme where women don't leave the house without burqa. And I get that that is the extreme they're trying to sort of contradict, and they want to show that extreme difference. But no, it doesn't make sense if you have one person doing illogically rebellious things and the other people being illogically just conservative in that sense of word. And I don't personally, over time now, at this point the drama has gotten better. I have to admit that, at least. But the reason it has gotten better is now we're actually handling things. Now that she's married, we're actually looking at things in a more, logical light. I would like to say that. I think it's more of a, like, for example, the topics around in the drama are about a girl's choice to choose who she wants to marry, family marriages, and all of these things, and the mother-in-law and daughter-in-law relationship, and how it could be something very nice but it's not, and taking care of each other. Now it's sort of like that, and at this point she has either, I'm not sure if she has learned some tact, or her ideas are not as weird, don't seem as weird, because now they're about things like, for example, her sister-in-law wants to marry somebody who she likes, right? And she says, you have to be honest and you have to tell your grandfather that you want to marry this person. And now for once the ideas seem progressive. So you also sort of see that why she has these ideas about Muslims, and because she was molested as a child, and that sort of led to her having all these negative connotations, attaching these negative connotations, negative feelings towards Muslim men with beards and that specific look. We're seeing growth in Maya Ali's character Kim, also Kani's Fatma, that was a funny moment. But I'm also seeing those ideas she's sort of propagating now, they seem better. Like when she tells her cousin that who has been engaged to the other cousin, who also tries to propose to Kim at some point, but she tells her that if he actually liked you, he would not have betrayed your trust like this. Or when she tells her cousin that you should study, establish yourself first before you go. So she's inculcating these positive mindsets into these women. And I think I'm hoping personally that Iqbal and Zulfi get like a nice happy ending. But again, these are things I'm slowly beginning to like Kim, mostly because she might still not have as much tact as I would like, but she's learning. She knows when to speak or how to speak it. Though sometimes she falters, like she faltered when she told the grandfather about the boy the girl liked. So the girl was like, I just wanted to just say no to this one rishta, which one marriage arrangement my grandfather had decided for me. I just wanted to say no to this, and then I would have sort of figured out how to introduce the boy. But that just shows how she was raised is completely different to how society works in Pakistan. Like if a girl likes a boy, in most cases she will tell the boy's father or parents to come through somebody. So they would do like, this is a friend and we know her, and so we heard of your daughter, and so they try not to show that the girl and the boy like each other, because apparently if it's a love marriage, so I think Yunhi is on the right track now. I initially thought that they've just made it Yunhi because there's no logic, no brain power used. But now how the drama is progressing, I hope it's better. But at least the evolution of Kim's character has been pretty positive, and I think she has learned a lot from being in Pakistan. And though I also think that Kim's father leaving her in Pakistan, that was bad. That was not a good idea, that the whole thing, it was a very sad track. That whole part was very sad. But I think this drama has promise. I'm not sure where it will go from here. It might turn out to be the stupidest and worst drama I have ever watched. But I have hope. I am holding out on hope. So I hope you watch it. I mean, you cannot. It's not, I would not say it's a must watch. But it's a good enough drama that it could be watchable. Are you watching Yunhi? What do you like about Yunhi? So why don't you tell me in the comments, and I hope you've subscribed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!
Overall, the topics being raised in Yunhi are actually important and very interesting topics.
From a father who has raised his child with no religion but is now afraid of her marrying a white boy and losing her religion, to a man who is religious and prays but does not really understand Islam the way he thinks he does, to a woman suffering the consequences of her father's choices for her and having no agency over her life, to the next generation being raised to quietly suffer through life exactly the way the elders have done, to a girl's right to decide who she wants to marry and have her own choice of partner in life, to extra freedom and decision power afforded to boys just because of their gender. There's also topics like consent and respect, and how standing up for yourself is not disrespecting other people, which honestly I think is a great message.